Good morning, everybody. Listen out there in Radio Land. I'm Kevin Hastings. Milton Baker is out back getting ready for the Cherryville New Year's Shooters. You're listening to the Community Spotlight here, WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM. Milton Baker on the back hill right now. The Cherryville New Year's Shooters getting ready to do their shooting here on the back hill. We've warned the neighbors. We've warned the animal hospital, anybody driving by and around. So we're going to about to welcome in the new year. Milton Baker out on the hill. You out there, Milton?
I am right here.
I got you loud and clear there. Hey there.
Hey, Kevin, and hello, everyone. This is the New Year's Shooters coming to visit us here at the radio station in Cherryville. Coming a little bit early for us this year. They'll actually, of course, be starting next week on Monday night, I guess, won't you? Rusty Wise is here from the Cherryville New Year's Shooters. And, Rusty, appreciate you coming out here for New Year's, well, still 2018, but pretty soon it'll be 2019.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We're excited. It's a little chilly, but no rain. Might be a little rain next week, but we shoot rain, sleet, snow, or shine, so we're used to it.
Perfect conditions are clear and cold, right?
Yeah, clear to cold works well. The muskets don't do as good in high humidity or rain. We see a lot more damage to the guns when it's rainy and the humidity's high.
But hopefully that will not put a damper on things this year as the tradition goes back how many hundred years in America and before?
Yeah, it's been around as long as America was colonized, hundreds and hundreds of years. Actually started out over in Europe, in Germany, the Rhine River, and it moved across the ocean to us, and they were called the mummers back in the day, and we shot for George Washington in Philadelphia when he was president under the mummer name. And we kept the tradition, and not too long ago we used to have banjos and play, but we don't do that anymore. But the mummers still have the parade up in Philadelphia, so they kept the parade part, the costumes, the music part, and we've kept the shooting part. And to my knowledge, this is the only area that still continues the shooting. Now, they do actually shoot still in Germany.
Yeah.
So it's more of a German type tradition, but it's a bohemian. It's a conglomeration of a lot of different cultures.
And what does the shooting signify? What is the why did they start and think the muskets had to be used at New Year's?
Well, it goes way back to thousands of years. Loud noises are supposed to ward off evil spirits, ghosts, that sort of thing. And that was probably one of the reasons it was started. But also it's a social event. Now, we have social media, but back in the day, that's how people communicated. They walked home to home. They didn't communicate any other way. So it's more of a today's social networking type, just like Facebook, but it's kind of a historic thing that you can go and take the electronics and leave them on the shelf and do this, and you don't need electronics. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. Well, now when you guys start, and you start at Black's Grill, is that right?
Correct. We're the original group. We start at Black's Grill. We shoot for 18.5 hours, and we finish at Rudelsville Stadium at 6:30. And if you really want to see the shooters in a safe place, find us at Rudelsville Stadium at 6:30.
And now there'll be hundreds of shooters over the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You brought just a small sampling of folks with you who could come today, and so we've got the proceedings out here live on YouTube, and it'll be recorded if you want to watch them later on our KTC Broadcasting YouTube channel. But I think I see a couple drops of rain, Rusty.
Yeah, little drops of rain, but hopefully it's going to hold off. And got a small group, but we average around 400 members, and we probably have around 150 to 200 shoot, and they rotate in and out. Some shooters shoot at night, some shooters shoot in the day, and very few go the whole time. There's probably only about 100 that probably go the whole time.
Okay. All right, well, let's get the proceedings underway. Who's going to do the chant?
This is Donnie Alexander. I don't think he's ever done it on the radio here, to my knowledge, maybe years ago, 30 years ago. And Donnie does a very good job at the speech. We also have Warren here that does the speech also, but we're going to let Donnie do it today. He does very good jobs, and I'd like to give a shout out to the chanters. I mean, for them to go all night and all day and remember the chant and remember the words to it, you know, that says a lot. So not only do they shoot, but they remember the chant. It's a very long chant, and the chant actually, James Newton, part of that is James Newton, the author that wrote Amazing Grace. Part of our chant is developed by James Newton. So it's not all by him, but part of it is. So it's a little history there.
Very good. All right. So without further ado, we'll turn the mic over here and get started.
Brownie Siest or Charles Siest will call out. He's the official greeter.
Okay.
So Charles is an officer and he's the official greeter. So Charles calls the host out. So I'll let him have the honors.
All right.
Hello, WCSL in Cherryville, North Carolina.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. We wish you a happy new year. Great health, long life, which God may bestow, so long as you stay here below. May he bestow the house you're in, where you go out and you go in. Time by moment steals away, first the hour and then the day. Small the lost days may appear, but soon they amount up to a year. Thus another year is gone, and it is no more of our own. But if it brings our promises good, as the year before the flood, but let none of us forget, it has left us much in debt. A favor from the Lord received, since which our spirits hath been grieved, marked by the unerring hand. Thus in his book our record stands. Who can tell the vast amounts placed to each of our accounts? But while we owe the debt is large, we will plead a full discharge. As poor and selfish sinners say, what can we do to justice pay? Trembling last, for life has passed, and into prison we may be cast. Happy is the believing soul, Christ for you has paid the whole. We have this New Year's morning called you by your name and disturbed you from your rest, but we hope no harm by the same. So as we ask, come and tell us your desire, and if it be your desire, our guns and pistols they shall fire. Since we hear of no defiance, you shall hear the art of signs. When we pull trigger and powder burn, you shall hear each roaring gun. O daughters of righteousness, we will rise, warm our eyes and bless our hearts, for the old year's gone and the new year's come, and for good luck we'll fire guns.
All right, here we go. The New Year's Shooters live on the radio here at WCSL in Cherryville. And one that wouldn't fire, work on that and get that one going. Rusty, do you know all the folks who were here today? Tell us a little bit. That was Brownie shooting the first musket.
That was Ken Henley. I don't.
Maybe they can shout their name out after they shoot.
Buddy Smith. Yeah, Buddy Smith. Okay. Jason Kaiser. That's Warren Chapman.
That one got the left ear.
Yeah, they're not putting a whole lot in it today. New Year's, they'll probably put twice that much, yeah.
a younger fellow coming up here.
Burgess Bean.
About how young age actually participates?
All the way down to a couple years old. I mean, we have some members sign up their infants as members as soon as they're born.
Here goes a little fellow with his dad. If our cameras are picking up these folks.
Jason Kaiser and his little son. And I think he's been going since he was an infant, pretty much.
There you go. All right. We've got a couple more to go here. There we go. All right, here comes Rusty. Uh-oh. That was a misfire. Nobody's hurt.
Okay.
Ever done that before?
No.
No. All right, shows you how you have to be, trained and experienced at doing these.
Yeah.
Got a little fella here again. He's getting ready. There we go. He's got his earmuffs on too, or his ear protection on. And here comes another. Uh-oh. Well, sometimes they misfire like that. Yeah. The muskets have been put up for a year, Donnie says. So sometimes things don't jump
Yeah, a lot of these guns hadn't been shot in a year, so a lot of them need to be blown out.
You mentioned also the humidity. It's got to be very humid out here with the actually drizzling a little bit.
Yeah, when it's rainy and humidity, it really hurts the guns.
So the New Year's shooters, folks, again, will be starting on Monday night. Here comes another. We're going to give another try here.
That's Michael down here.
That one's just giving us a little trouble today. Monday night, you guys start at Black's Grill. There's a second group that starts at City Hall, I guess, still.
Yes, there's two groups. One starts at City Hall, and we start at Black's Grill. We end at Rudisill Stadium.
Both groups are just one?
Just our group. The other group, they go to different stops.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And yeah, I remember years and years the whole crowd used to come to the Cherryville radio station, but since we're automated during much of the day now, and it works out just to have you come a little bit early and visit with us on the community profile program. This is just a small sampling of what you'll hear if you're not familiar with the New Year's shooters and you're watching live or on our pre-recorded issue of on YouTube. You get just a little sampling of what's going on. There we go. Now we got it.
Well, here we're shooting one at a time, but since we have so many members, a lot of times, so we our field, we'll shoot 50 to 100 at a time.
Yeah.
There's one spot we shoot about 150 around in a circle.
When you guys start at Black's Grill on New Year's Eve at my house in Krause, I can hear you. It's I can set my clock to you.
Yeah, we start right at 12 o'clock, and the sound travels more if it's crisp and cold. If it's high humidity and damp, the sound doesn't travel as far. So it's if it's cold and crisp, you can hear us for miles.
Now you would think, you think, oh, it'd be just wonderful if there were snow on the ground and such as that, but that would muffle some of the sound.
We've shot in the snow, and it does muffle the sound, but it's hard walking on the snow. We've done that several years, and maybe not right. One year it snowed right on New Year's, and that was interesting.
Yeah, interesting getting around. Well, has everybody gone? All right.
Well, I'd like to also mention, tonight's our last meeting. We'd like all the members to come to the meeting tonight. We also have raffle tickets. I've got some with me now, and also if you need a raffle ticket or want to buy some raffle tickets, they'll be at Wise Electric across from Food Line today. It takes a lot of money to run our operation. We give to a lot of charities, benevolent funds, so if you could help us out, buy a raffle ticket. The raffle ticket is for 3 prizes. It's for a musket, $1,000 musket, brand new, and also $100 and $50. So there's 3 prizes, $100. The grand prize is the gun, and then $150. So I'd like to have everyone's support on that.
All right, great. Well, guys, we appreciate you coming out today. Thank you so much, and be careful, be safe, and have a wonderful New Year's Eve event. And look forward to keeping up with the New Year's shooters and what you've been up to.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Milton. Always a pleasure to shoot for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin Hastings, back in the studio. I'll send it back to you now.